What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we are in our London Bulldogs fantasy draft relocation franchise. And it's a big week because we're about to find out if we're going to make the playoffs or not. We are simply going to do that right now. Of course, whether we make it or not, we are going to look at the stats and awards this episode. And then next one would either be the off-season or the playoffs, I suppose. So there's not much more to it. We're about to find out the sadness. And we are in the playoffs. And Ross is back. I'm so happy. We get all of the happiness. We get a breakout. We get Ross coming back. Things are better. Things are better now. I'm sorry, Jamal. You've been okay. You've been decent, but I think Ross gets back in that lineup. I really do. I just don't. Jamal he really wasn't that great. Ross wasn't great either, to be fair, but Charles was kind of that guy in the bad way. I mean, I don't know, man. Let's take a look at that breakout. And Earl Gilchrist. Nice. So 250 yards, 1 interception, 1 forced fumble, and a tackle for a loss. I probably should have waited for the actual playoff game for that, but it is what it is. Let's take a look at those awards, at those statos. So, of course, we had ourselves a wild ride. It was something. Look at the amount of quarterbacks that started. I mean, this is more quarterbacks and more different stats than we'll probably get likes and subs today on the video. Like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel for Care Plays. Twitch.tv/Jeromepkr for a stream. That's literally where we are streaming this now. I mean, probably don't look while you're watching this video because, of course, it's going to be like several days in the future or later, I guess, in the past. I don't freaking know, dude. But hopefully that's not true. I'd hope we get more than 4 likes and 4 subs. But this is what the stat line looked like. Of course, it was a shaky one. So as far as games played goes, we have no idea how this works, but we can see the downs played. So you can make the argument that King probably played 2 full games less than Manziel technically. And you can see the stat line. I mean, I wanted King to work, obviously. I was pushing every little thing I could to make King be that guy because obviously the speed is insane and it could be so much fun, but unfortunately, it's just not going to work. It's not going to work. I think we have all the proof we need throughout the season. Right there at the end, it was just, it wasn't good enough. Manziel, 22 touchdowns, 12 interceptions for being out of the league that long. 2,385 yards. Completion percentage was pretty decent too, 65%. It looks like if any other player would have a chance at the starting job, it would be the Nooch. Looking at the rushing stats, obviously A.J. Dillon, good enough for star development. Kind of hope we win. I mean, it's not like I kind of hope we win. It's not like I kind of hope we win a dev up. Like I do, obviously. I've always wanted a dev up, but really hope we get a breakout with Dillon before the season is over, which we could still do that. We would have to win this playoff game, though. I don't know how good the Bengals are, but obviously, star development automatically at the end of the year. Massive season. King did have the second most rushing yards of the season. Ross did have a lot more yards per carry, so, it makes sense that he would retain the starting role. As far as receiving goes, there was only one guy, and it was Donald Parham. It was 1,636 for 14 touchdowns. Of course, Calvin wasn't bad for his age, but 866 yardage was a little low. Touchdowns were decent. Bush, who was actually injured quite a bit, look at the snap count comparison. He actually did pretty well. If he didn't get injured, he probably would have gotten a star. Unfortunately, he got injured, and he's not getting a star. Regardless, still an okay season, and considering our offense should have been worse than that. As far as blocking goes, Sewell, bro, you are by far the worst player we have playing here, yet you're supposed to be the best. I don't get it at all. I really don't. Mailata only allowed 6. How? Gilchrist, of course, he has a chance at star here coming up, and I believe in it's a good chance that he does get it. And with those tackles, he may get to superstar. So big game here. Obviously, it's just playoffs in general, but also with a chance to go to superstar if he gets his breakout. Duvall could go to superstar. Probably not, though, right? Parsons, 5 sacks. It's just, he had 2 in a week, and he only ended up with 5. Absolutely weird stuff. Sack totals in general. Luvu probably should have started, but Malik Reed, man, he had the star developments. He had the developments, so I feel like it made sense to keep him there. Maybe, I mean, we got to draft a new guy anyways, but still, maybe we should have went with Luvu instead. As far as picks go, Holton Hill with 4. Marvell, who we called Marvin billions of times, 3. Should have had the hit stick that would have sealed us a chance to win last game. T. Tabor, 3 interceptions. Revis, 3. Gilchrist, 2. Brooks, 2. Duval, 2. 1 for Luvu, Chancellor, Martin, and Reggie Robinson. Here's to you, Reggie Robinson. Jesus loves you. Gilchrist loves you more than you'll know. Did not mean to click on that. Fumble recoveries, yeah, who cares? Who cares about that? Fumble forces, though. Cam Chandler with 3. Okay, I guess. Parsons with 2. Probably more when he was playing on the inside. Gilchrist with 2. Duval with 2. 1 for Tabor, Luvu, and Miles Brown. I feel like we never seen the name Tabor, like, at all. Any blocks? We did not. Safety, 1. Touchdown, we had 2 with Hill. 1 with Tabor, 1 for Tell, and then 1 for Revis. Kicking, destroying. What did he do? 9 for 11. Not bad. We just missed one last game. Missed 2 out of 24 extra points. We just missed one last game, so not bad at all. Punting, Pat McAfee, 39.3. That's, to be fair, that's not really that great. Ross, who was injured for a lot of games, had a lot of return yardage, 808. Actually, no, that's not a good thing. That means our defense sucks. That's just, that, okay. But that is pretty much the stats we had on the season. Let's take a look how the league played, though. Maybe get ourselves a prediction of who is going to win MVP here, as it looks to be Jordan Love, but Jamar Laxon. Lamar Jackson looking pretty damn good himself. Less interceptions as well. No, I think it's Lamar. It's got to be Lamar, and I would assume his rushing numbers would be better. Less downs played, slightly less yards, but more touchdowns, less picks, way better completion percentage. It's got to be him. Russell, not bad himself. Didn't get to 40, but he tried to against us. Brady was great for the Jets, of course, of all teams. Baker Mayfield, not a bad season either. Winston, not a bad season. Watson, not a bad season. Okay, so basically everyone in the league had a very solid season, except for, well, Jimmy Garoppolo and Teddy Bridgewater, except for us, though. Really, pretty much, right? It's like everyone's like, okay, not to... I guess, to be fair, Menzel was actually better than some of these guys, and he didn't really play the full season. Like, Murray was absolute dog. Like, did he play the whole season? He played the whole season. Those are his numbers with this whole season. Yikes. Menzel outperformed some of these guys. Dang, 110, actually. If you want to go based off of passer rating alone, you have 1, 2, 3, 4... He's the 4th best quarterback. Based on, if he would have played the whole season, who knows? Who knows? Henry looked kind of bad this season, actually. But these are the rushing numbers. Joe Mixon. A lot of guys over 1,000 rushing yards this season. About, what, half of them? I'd say that's pretty safe to say that's half. As far as touchdowns go, of course, Dylan among the top of the top tier. 19 touchdowns. Absolutely ridiculous. Of course, a couple of guys. Not a whole lot of double-digiters. I guess maybe like 10 or so, but... a lot of guys in the 9 range. As far as fumbles go, King had 3 of them. Nice, man. What else do we have? Yards per game. Where was Dylan? Number 5. Not bad. And we had Ross starting for a while, I'm pretty sure. Receiving, 1636. So way, way up ahead is Parham. Waller not super far behind, actually, to be fair. And he's the same position. So impressive season for Waller as well. Tight end gang stand up. Devontae with only 6 touchdowns, but the most receiving yards for a wide receiver. Not a whole lot of guys at 1,000, considering. About 4,000 yard average for quarterbacks. Only, what, 15 guys over 1,000? Maybe 16? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 guys at 1,000. I guess that is kind of high. As far as touchdowns go, we weren't number 1, though. Cole Beasley with 15 for Green Bay. Gallup with 13. No, the Packers must have scored a lot of touchdowns. And, yeah, I mean, okay, fair enough. But looking at the sack totals, Alejandro Villanueva with 20 allowed. I thought we did bad, which we did, of course. Even if he's a rookie, he should have played better than that. I guess Becton wasn't great either. They're both kind of youngsters with a lot of potential. Those are the numbers. Can't really say much about them. It is what it is. As far as solo tackles go, there wasn't that many in the league. Oh, wait, no, those are solo. Never mind. Where does our guy rank? Yeah, he's not even close to the top, so maybe he won't go up in dev. I don't know. If he stays at normal, he probably will, though. Sack totals, Justin Houston with 15. Same for TJ, Cameron Jordan, Preston Smith with 12.5, Chandler Jones with 11.5. Donald with 11.5. 11 for Miles. 10 for Fletcher. 10 for Barrett. Pretty low sack season, you know? Pretty low. As far as picks go, also pretty low. Titans must have been doing well. They had 2 guys in the top 5 for interceptions. Really good stuff there. The most forced fumbles did go to Cam Chancellor with Blake Martinez. Who sees Blake Martinez and says, oh no, I'm going to fumble? Like, nobody, right? Nobody. What about blocks? No one cares about that, actually, to be fair. Touchdowns? Holton Hill tied for the most. Kicking. See where we rank on kicking. Percentage-wise, we were actually pretty high, right? Not even close. It was 81%. Never mind. It was 91% for the extra points, which obviously would make us very low. It actually makes us the 3rd lowest. Actually, the 2nd lowest, because our other kicker, who's on the Titans now, was worse. Sweet, dude. Punts. Oh, this is going to be terrible. Yeah, we were way low. Way low. To be fair, we were put in a position where we did have to punt short a lot because we had to pin them because we just were out of range for a field goal and whatnot. As far as return yardage goes, Ross had the most return yards in the league, and he missed 6 games. Maybe even 6.5. Really good stuff, actually. Kick return, a lot of the fast guys with returns that were successful. Yardage, yeah, punt returns, no one cares about. On to that. Let's take a quick look at this, I suppose. So most yards on offense was us. 3rd most in passing. And the 1st most in rushing. Points per game, we had the most, and we barely made the playoffs. But just wait till you see these defensive numbers, because they're going to be pretty bad, I imagine. Most yards allowed passing, 49.56. However, you go to rushing, and we were the 3rd least. You got to think forcing teams to pass, even though they probably wasn't forcing, they chose to, may have played a factor, right? We have got the most points in the league, and yet here we are. Here we are with the big fellas. The bottom 10 team for sacks. We were in 2nd place for fumbles, though, and the 1st place team. So, I mean, we bend it a lot. But we take the ball away, too. We take the ball away, too. Jordan Love wins MVP over Lamar Jackson. I am surprised, unless Jordan Love did have better rushing numbers, which, in fairness, he could have. He very well could have. It is Madden, after all. Coach of the Year, I mean, let's be honest. Coach of the Year belongs to no other man than this guy. How did this man go to the freaking playoffs? Ow. Impossible. Impossible. But we're not here to argue about Coach of the Year. Dylan made the Offensive Player of the Year award list as the 2nd highest running back. I'm surprised Saquon's going to win that award, honestly. That seems a little strange. TJ Watt, Defensive Player of the Year. We didn't have anyone, obviously. Rookie of the Year, though, goes to Devontae Bush. King almost won the damn thing. And he, like, I guess to be fair, he did play a decent bit. I don't know how, you know, all these other players. Doesn't look like there's a quarterback on the list. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Gilchrist. So we actually did win some awards. Of course, kind of default because we started so many rookies. Quarterbacks, is Manziel on the list? Yeah, he didn't play enough games to do it. Dylan is the number 2 running back. I mean, it doesn't matter that much. But, yeah, I guess. I really wish he would have won it, though. Calvin Johnson at 10. Of course, no Parham because it says wide receiver. Super awesome, dude. The Bills. I mean, this is a fantasy draft league, and they've had 4 on the top 10. Nuts, man, nuts. No D lineman. Linebacker number 6. DB would be on the list. Holton Hill, number 8. Okay, kicking. Now, let's just be honest. That ain't going to happen. Oh, we were. I seen us. Hold up. Hold the phone. We're coming back. I seen him. Number 4. Nice. Let's go. Let's do our training, do our upgrades, and then call it a stats and award. How the hell did we get here? We only had 1 upgrade. That's the type of playoff team we are, and I love it. All right, Marvell, you need about +4 speed to be anything decent. Nice. Plus none to speed. I mean, he's got insane acceleration and agility, but his speed is terrible. What kind of sick joke is this? This is disgusting. This is terrible. Kamal Martin, the only other guy that kind of matters on this list for upgrading because he does play a decent bit. +1 to speed. Okay, if all the people get speed. He's almost as fast as Marvell. But that's pretty much going to be it. We have that breakout going into this playoff game. And, of course, we have a playoff game, so lots to be excited about. If you guys enjoyed this video, or I suppose this video probably wasn't super exciting, but if you've enjoyed this season and you're excited for the playoffs, maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel PKR Plays, and likely a stream tonight around probably 11 Central Standard Time tonight on twitch.tv/Jeromepkr. Regardless, though, thanks for watching. Hopefully you come back for next video. But until next video,